Our next speaker is Shama, followed by Jay.
Thank you, Mayor and members of the council. I'm going to speak on a different topic. In 2017, Living Wisdom High School opened in direct response to the unprecedented levels of stress, anxiety, and despair many students feel in the larger educational landscape. Since then, we have been changing lives, bringing joy, bringing hope, and bringing success back into the lives of the students that we teach. Who are these young people? You'll hear from some of them shortly. They are bright, capable, intelligent, and remarkable teens who, after a very short time at Living Wisdom High School, are able to demonstrate their greatest capacity that in some cases was hidden or damaged in previous educational environments. Cubberley Community Center has been the sanctuary that has allowed Living Wisdom High School to take root and flourish these past 7 years. And we are so thankful for the partnership with the City of Palo Alto. Devastatingly, however, Living Wisdom is severely limited in our ability to serve students because of the space that we occupy in Cubberley. Currently, we rent one classroom and rent by the hour one additional classroom so that we can offer classes simultaneously to our students. The two adjacent rooms in Building K, where we reside, have been empty since the fall of 2020. Repeatedly, we have sought to work with the city to rent these rooms, and repeatedly, our requests have been denied. We've been told that no new renters are being considered. We've been told that others are renting the space. We've been told that there are negotiations underway for new rental agreements, but none of these seem to be clear in that the latest communication that we've received is that someone else is renting the space. This communication came to us about 9 months ago, but still the rooms remain empty. And our question is why? Living Wisdom is unlike any other school in existence, and we have no endowment. Our teachers serve in the school not for an abundant salary, for our salaries are far below public school teachers in the area, but because we have a mission and we see the work that we're doing, changing the lives of the students that we serve. We're asking you for your support as city council members to work with us and with Cubberley to allow us to use the unused space in Cubberley Community Center to maximize the resource of Cubberley as long as it remains in its current expression and until such a time as Cubberley is ready to be redeveloped. Thank you for your time and your consideration.
Our next speaker is J.I., followed by Krishav.
We all aspire to be great in our own ways. And I think that the source of that is ultimately compassionate. We want to inspire the people around us, our friends, our family, and our community members. Living Wisdom High School uplifts its students. We are encouraged to become the best version of ourselves. We learn to stay joyful even when pushed to our limits. We discover that learning and laughter can walk hand in hand, that academic progress can deeply enrich our lives, making us happier. We are taught to become beacons of light, making our lives meaningful through service to others. We don't succeed on stepping on others, but by helping them up. The result: as a community, we can rally ourselves to hike up Half Dome, put on a full choir concert with only a few weeks of training, and have rich dialogues on texts like the Mahabharata and the Iliad, all within the same year. Living Wisdom High School inspires us to be great. I know that students in the community yearn for an education like this. It's my sincerest hope.
Your time is up. Please finish your statement.
It's my sincerest hope that this school can expand to help more people like me. Thank you.
Our next speaker is Krishav, followed by Sharia.
The goal of this meeting is in order to expand our campus and to allow our school to utilize the current empty and wasted space within the Carberley community. There are numerous reasons to allow our school to do so, and I would like to focus on the academic integrity of the school. Most schools have an academic integrity policy outlining that students should always do their own work and not cheat, but many times this is violated and students do not keep within integrity. Living Wisdom does not have the same issue. Our students keep within academic integrity, do not cheat, and allow for trust to be maintained between teachers and students. Our teachers can trust us not to cheat if we need to use the restroom during a test, and they can also trust us not to break the law or do dangerous stuff while we're outside the direct line of sight. Due to this general trust and agreement between teacher and student, we are allowed to go and buy food from local shops during lunchtime, and we are also able to go on long school trips, such as places like Scotland, Italy, and our upcoming trip to the national parks of America. Many of these trips and experiences are
Your time is up.
Many of these trips and experiences are life-changing moments for me, and I would like to have other students to have the same experience as I did. Thank you.
Our next speaker is Sharia, followed by Nicholas M.
Good evening, esteemed council members. I'm Shreya, a sophomore at Living Wisdom High School. Our school is committed to teaching students all aspects of life and growth. It challenges us, helps us to build meaningful connections, discover the joy within, and ultimately, we can all learn how to be the best versions of ourselves. Through laughter, determination, and strength, if we can expand our community and share the realization of our true limitless potential, people will see that anything is possible. Anything that they set their mind to is possible. I hope you take our request into consideration. Thank you for your service.
Our next speaker is Nicholas M, followed by Hari V.
Good evening. My name is Nicholas Maranyuk. Currently, I'm a junior at Living Wisdom High School. I've been there for about a year and a half now, and I can very confidently say that this school has changed my life. At my school, we're all being taught how to live a happy and fulfilling life, not just when things are going our way, but also when life throws a curveball at us. This school means so much to me, and I am eternally grateful to its creation and upkeeping. And I know that if we are allowed to expand even with just 2 more classrooms, the feeling I have, my love of life, will be able to spread throughout the city, one child at a time. Thank you.
Our next speaker is Hari V, followed by Bacha D.
One thing I find lacking in large academic institutions is a strong, well-integrated sense of community. With the colossal student population, the rise of clique culture is an inevitable drawback that a school will face, as people segregate themselves by friend groups. This is in no way inherently bad, nor is it the fault of any administrators or faculty. It is simply an inevitable setback to be faced as a school grows. However, for someone naturally on the timid side, it is greatly difficult to integrate with one of these circles if not given the opportunity to in previous years. I myself faced a similar struggle in the time I attended Gunn. Conversely, Living Wisdom finds a unique way to overcome such a drawback, and its ability to do so is one of the many reasons I chose to join it. This space is one large, greatly welcoming community. Instead of having to go to great lengths to socialize with others, as in public school, it was instead the opposite, as my classmates immediately attempted to welcome me. The schools have a great service to those who have found dissatisfaction.
Okay. Thank you. Our next speaker is Bacha, followed by Hazmach.
That's a tough bunch to follow. Honorable Mayor and council members, I've lived in Palo Alto since 2006. Both my kids went to Palo Alto Public Schools. In fact, Mayor Stone was the history teacher for my younger one at JLS. As good as our schools are, it's kind of hard to address the emotional, social, and intellectual needs of kids at the ends, towards the end of the spectrum. So an institution like Living Wisdom is essential. In fact, we had great difficulty finding a high school for my elder one, and we were lucky in finding the school. And thanks to the school, my son is going to college today, my elder one. And because of his experience, my younger one also chose to go here. So it's a great institution. It's an essential service, provides an essential service to our community. Please help them with all that you can. Thank you.
Our next speaker is Hazmach, followed by Kashava.
Good evening, City Council. I'm a high school teacher at Living Wisdom, and I'm a graduate of Living Wisdom School. I grew up in a difficult home, but Living Wisdom was a haven for me, where I could live in joy. 15 years ago, when I graduated 8th grade, we did not have a high school. I moved on to a new school, during which my life spiraled, my mother and I living out of a car. I carried with me an inner resilience from Living Wisdom, but I found myself despairing in high school. Later in Germany, earning a master's degree in math, I was on my way towards a successful career in mathematics, but I found myself increasingly miserable. Then I remembered that in all my life, the greatest joy was at Living Wisdom. So I chose to live according to the principles I learned there. My life turned around, filled with joy. So I quit my PhD program to return to Palo Alto to support Living Wisdom as a new high school teacher. Our school has saved many lives from sorrow, giving them tools for lifelong success. I humbly request your support for expanding our space. Thank you.
Our next speaker is Kashava B, followed by Shamit R.
Thank you, council members, for your time. My name is Keshav Abetz, and it is my privilege to be one of the teachers at the Living Wisdom High School. And it has been well said that the future of our nation rests on the shoulders of our children. And at a time like this, when suicide rates and depression, anxiety, loneliness are at an all-time high, Living Wisdom High School provides an opportunity for a new hope in this world, when people can find friendship and connection and meaning and purpose again. And it has been one of the greatest privileges of my life to serve here. And in honor of your service to this city, I would like to bring to the fore that actually my aspiration is similar. I hope to also serve our brothers and sisters, our Americans, this wonderful nation, through uplifting the future of our country, these children. Thank you for your consideration.
Our next speaker is Shamti R, followed by David G.
Good evening. Thank you for the opportunity to speak. I am a practicing physician in our community. I've had one of the largest medical practices in our country. I have dealt with, I don't know how many high school students over the years. And of course, many of them have been wonderful and they've done well. But the truth is, the sad truth is, the vast majority have come to me over and over with issues that in fact are not medical, but are manifesting through the great stress that so many students have felt. This is over decades now, as you can tell, both from issues at home, socially, politically, in every way. I just want to say that everything you've heard from these students who have stood up here with such poise, spoken to you about joy, about stability. Your time is up. This is what this school is doing. And if given the chance, we'll be able to do it on a much broader scale. Thank you for listening.
Our next speaker is David G, followed by Eric M.
Thank you for your time this evening. I've been a mental health professional for the past 30 years and have provided services for the city of Palo Alto, the city of Sunnyvale, the 911 call center for San Mateo County, the San Francisco Police Academy, and many, many other local agencies. I've had 40,000 people attend my programs over the years. I've also seen the current state of our young people, and as a professional, I fear for them. I have also known Living Wisdom Schools, the Living Wisdom School system of education for decades. and have seen up close what they have done for our youth over this extended period of time. If there is anything you can do to accommodate their need for more space so more young people can be helped, I cannot think of a better thing that could be done by your group to enhance our area's future. The level of teen mental health issues and suicides leaves me feeling this is an urgent need that ought not to be delayed. Thank
Your
you.
time is up. Our next speaker is Eric M., followed by Anna DJP.
Living Wisdom High School currently serves 25 teenagers. The high school is at capacity. There are no wealthy philanthropists backing this school. We can only afford to do this because of Palo Alto. Thank you. Right now, there is a wait list for the school, yet the school could easily double and serve twice as many students next year if we had this extra space. It's heart-wrenching for the director and school staff to say no to families, to say no to teenagers who they know their lives could turn around if they came to this school. It's especially heart-wrenching because the director and all the core teachers went to a Living Wisdom Education for Life school as children. They know what a wonderful change it can make in somebody's life. Many of the teenagers on the wait list right now question whether life is worth living, are in a state of despair, disengaged from friends, disengaged from learning. Please open these, please let us help these kids make the rooms available.
Our next speaker is Anna JP, followed by Christopher.
Hello, my name is Ana de Jesus Perez, and I'm a junior at Living Wisdom High School. And I wanted to express to you that there is really no other place like Living Wisdom High School. And my experience there has been nothing short of pure joy. And I think that's a perfect way to encapsulate the school. Ever new joy. You see it in the smiles that people greet you with. You see it in the service we do, the performances we give to people. And you see it even in times of hardship, like when we're climbing up Half Dome in the middle of night in brutal cold. We still have a smile on our face. And to give that to others, to be able to invite other students into this space that we have created, we need more of it. And I just—
Your time is up.
I think that it's important that students have this experience of education that we offer.
Our next speaker is Christopher JP.
I think the most important thing that Living Wisdom has taught me is the importance of connection. I mean, I think I would call each and every student here my friend. It's not just the students. I think the teachers, I know I can count on them to purely hypothetically help me out with homework at 11:30 on a Tuesday night. But it's just those qualities of dedication, joy, namely joy, and focus that just seep off everybody and into me in places like Italy, Yosemite, and of course the classroom. My only criticism of the school is that there's not enough of it. And I guess that's what I'm asking from you. Thank you.
Our next speaker is Seema C, followed by Eve W.
Thank you for your time today. My daughter is a senior at Living Wisdom and is a perfect example of a student who was burnt out attending a large public school and falling through the cracks without any safety net. Living Wisdom really helped her in regaining her self-confidence and help building her self-esteem. This school is indeed a gem, and I hope it's able to serve more kids and build a strong community. Thank you.
Our next speaker is Eve W, followed by Ken H.
Hi, thank you, City Council members, for your service to the community. I'm a parent of a student who's a junior who's been attending the school for 1 year. he was really struggling in the public school system, and this school has been transformational for him and our family. I hope that you'll grant the school additional space. It really would, it would be fantastic. I just can't say enough about the school. Thank you. Thank you.
Our next speaker is Ken H, followed by SDG.
Good evening. You can hear from all these speakers why I'm so passionate about Coverly. And I hope you will honor their requests for additional space for their students. Thank you.
Our next speaker is SDG. Our next speaker is Michael F.
Be real fast. This is a health issue. When Governor Brown left, my friend asked me to say this, when Governor Brown left office, he passed Assembly Bill 967, which basically he said, if you have a crematory in your city that cremates bodies, don't burn anymore, melt it down, and the liquid can be poured into the drain and be treated by the water treatment plant, which in that county. And then Newsom, December 17th, he passed a toilet to tap to table act, which is converting sewer water into drinking water. That's toilet to tap to table. So this is a health issue. I think the city of Palo Alto reaches out to a lot of people. So maybe you can share the information and keep your people healthy and help out Wisdom. They need the room.